Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into the high-stakes military and economic standoff happening right now in the world's most critical oil choke point.
So let's just jump right in with that question. Because here's the thing. This isn't some far-off what-if scenario. This is happening right now, and the entire global economy is already feeling the squeeze.
All right, so where does this all start? It starts right here, in the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. military has essentially set up a wall, a complete economic blockade, and they're stopping every single oil tanker trying to leave Iran.
And just like that, the whole region is, well, it's paralyzed. But why? I mean, why would the U.S. take such a huge, and I mean huge, step? To really get it, we need to pull back the curtain a bit and look at this shadow economy that was absolutely booming right under everyone's noses.
Okay, so before this whole blockade thing, you've got to understand what was going on. Iran had this incredible system, a super profitable, completely off-the-books operation. They basically turned one of the world's most important waterways into their own personal ATM.
Think of it like this. They put up a toll booth on a global superhighway. But, and this is the really clever part, the story isn't just that they were charging a toll. Nope. It's how they were getting paid. That's the secret sauce to this entire shadow system.
So how'd they pull it off? It's genius, really. Iran just walked around the entire U.S. financial system. Instead of using the American dollar, which is super easy for the U.S. to track, they demanded payment in things like the Chinese yuan or even crypto. And by doing that, they created this massive, untraceable shadow economy that U.S. sanctions just couldn't touch.
And who was the #1 customer in this secret market? Well, take a look. It was China. We're talking over 90% of Iran's oil. And not only were they buying it, they were getting it for cheap, basically bankrolling this whole operation that was designed to get around sanctions.
Now, as you can probably guess, this whole side deal between Iran and China did not go over well with the United States and its allies in the Gulf. In fact, they were furious, and that anger is what led directly to what's happening today, this huge military show of force designed to shut the entire operation down, for good.
So, let's break down the response. First up, boots on the ground. The U.S. moved more than 10,000 service members into the region. That's not a small number. It's a clear message that they mean business.
Then you've got the eyes in the sky. We're talking over 100 advanced aircraft, fighter jets, surveillance planes, the whole deal, patrolling the skies. Their job? To make sure absolutely nothing moves in or out of that strait without them knowing about it.
And finally, on the water itself, a massive naval force. At least a dozen U.S. warships, we're talking powerful destroyers, assault ships, have formed what you can only describe as an iron wall sealing off Iran's ports.
And the official word from the Pentagon? Yeah, it was pretty blunt. No beating around the bush. They made it crystal clear. No ships are getting through. The message was simple. Iran's oil business is closed.
Okay, so you've got this massive military standoff in the world's most important oil choke point. But here's the thing. This isn't just some local dispute. Oh no. This comes with a massive, and I mean massive, price tag for all of us. The economic shockwaves are already hitting, and they're spreading fast.
The first thing you're going to feel, it's at the gas pump. Oil prices were already high, right? Well, projections show they could skyrocket to a crazy $170 a barrel if this keeps up. And you know what that means? Higher prices for, well, pretty much everything.
And it's not just about oil either. We're talking about the flow of global trade getting squeezed to a trickle. Get this, shipping traffic used to be more than 150 ships a day. Now, it's 150 ships for the entire month. That is a staggering drop. We're talking over 95%. It's basically come to a standstill.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Check out these revised forecasts from the IMF. You'd think everyone would be hurting, right? And yeah, global growth is slowing down. Big players like China, India, Europe, they're all taking a hit. But look at the US. Their economy is actually predicted to grow. It's a really complex and kind of surprising ripple effect of this whole thing.
But let's not forget the human cost here, because it goes way beyond just GDP forecasts. The fallout from this could push 32 million people into poverty. 32 million! And the total economic damage could hit almost $300 billion. So yeah, these aren't just numbers on a screen. This is having a massive real-world impact on people's lives.
So, with the stakes this high, militarily, economically, you name it, both sides are dug in. They're locked in this really tense war of words, and believe me, neither side is showing any sign of backing down.
From the U.S. side, the message is one of total control. You have CENTCOM coming out and saying their maximum pressure strategy is working, claiming they've essentially taken 90% of Iran's economy offline.
But Iran? They're firing right back. They're calling the U.S. claims a total lie. And then they drop this kind of chilling threat. They're talking about unleashing their red bees, which are these swarms of small, super fast, and very dangerous attack boats.
So what we have here is a classic high-stakes stalemate. It's a geopolitical chess match. On one side, you have the U.S. enforcing the blockade, selling its own oil in the meantime. On the other side, you've got Iran, standing firm, trying to rally support, and throwing out this huge number, $270 billion, as their price just to even start talking.
Which, of course, leaves us with the big, unsettling question at the end of all this. In a conflict where there's no clear winner, and pretty much everyone is paying the price, who's gonna blink first? How does this dangerous game end? And maybe the scariest question of all, what happens next?